Marvelites, you are watching This Week in Marvel. I'm Ryan, a.ka Agent M, and I am excited to be joined by Jordan and Annalise, editors for many comics, far too many for us to recount here. But today, we're talking about Infinity Warps, these wonderful concoctions that are happening in Infinity Wars. But before we get there, I felt like it would be appropriate if we get a quick rundown on what Infinity Wars is and what's happening to tell us what these Infinity Warps are.
Sure thing. Well, in Infinity Wars, you know Gamora.
I'm familiar with her work.
Well, she's done a lot of work in this book particularly. She has assembled the Infinity Stones, much to the chagrin of all the heroes whose lives she's making miserable through it. She did this because she felt like a part of her was stuck in the Soul Stone. And now that she's got them, she's able to reunite her lost piece of her soul with herself. She went, I'm going to throw the entire universe into the Soul Stone, but while I'm at it, I'm going to fold everything in half to smush all people together so every person is made up of two other people.
So how did the actual idea for the warps come together? Like, I have some recollection of it, but I was curious because you guys are working on them so closely.
Jerry Duggan came up with the idea. You know, he came in with it not fully formed in that he knew all the characters, but he was like, this is a thing we can do to tie in with Infinity Wars. And, you know, it could be a bunch of cool spin-offs of it. That way we've kind of made a playground that everybody can join in on.
I wanted to run down some of the more prominent warps and go through them. So I'll give the name. You guys tell us what the two characters that make them up are.
All right. I'll say one, you say the other.
Okay.
Look at that. You guys are a great
Teamwork.
team. All right. First up, Soldier Supreme.
That's Captain America.
And Doctor Strange.
Yeah, which is cool. Great mustache.
He does have a mustache, but he did not in the original design. But you know what? He's magic. He can make the mustache come and go with a wave of his fingers.
Next one is Iron Hammer.
That's Iron Man.
And Thor. I am running through all the things that I don't want to spoil for people, but you are going to love this. I can't wait until you get to this.
All right, next up is Arachnite.
Ah, of course, which is Moon Knight.
And Spider-Man.
Moon Knight, as you know, has like multiple personalities. So we get to give this character multiple personalities, but they're multiple personalities that are all kind of based on different Spider-Man personalities.
Ghost Panther.
Ghost Rider.
And Black Panther.
My most favorite part about this series is the villain, a combination of Killmonger and Killraven.
All right, Weapon Hex, which I love the design for Weapon Hex. She looks awesome.
Scarlet Witch.
And X-23, done by Ben Acker and Ben Blacker, writing it. Gerardo Sandoval doing the art. Really nutty book.
So that one actually is kind of more serious, but it's also fun.
So these are in the anthology, but you mentioned that a number of these also show up in the main Infinity Wars book.
Yes.
How do they show up? What is their part to play in Infinity Wars?
Oh, well, I can't say...
Tell me everything.
Oh, gee whiz.
Spoil it all.
Well, I think we do know for a fact that Loki is in what I've been calling Warp World right now. And he meets up with Diamond Patch at the end of an issue, and he's going to meet up with a number of other warps, so to speak, for his own nefarious purposes or noble purposes. It's always hard to tell with Loki, isn't it?
What about some of the warps who didn't exist? Can you tell us, didn't actually make it through the vetting process?
Sure. The first Wolverine mashup that we came up with was actually Panther Claw, which would have been a Black Panther Wolverine. And that would have been really fun, but for various reasons, we ended up splitting them up into different places. Our favorite one, you don't know which one I'm going for?
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
One time I said the words Diamond Patch, and Annalise misheard me.
I misheard it as Dine and Dash, which then meant, of course, we had to come up with
She was like,
who it would be.
Who's Dine and Dash? And I went, obviously, that's Blob and Quicksilver. I will say
Dash is terrific.
There are definitely a bunch more that we haven't revealed.
Jordan, Annalise, thank you so much for coming. This has been Warperific. You guys can use that in all the books from now on.
And we will.
Swish. We'll be talking about all the Infinity Warps to come on This Week in Marvel and Marvel's pull list. More soon. I'm Ryan, and this is Marvel, your universe.